Welcome back to Pillah Sports, and today we are going to be talking about all things Manchester United and the news that are basically circling during this international break. Of course, as we know, there is an international break right now for the 2026 qualifiers in the USA, Canada, and Mexico. This is going to be an integral part of what we might be seeing in the summertime. Now, the key thing about this situation is there are a lot of stories that have started happening, especially with Manchester United. There's a lot of links happening to strikers, a lot of links happening to attackers, midfielders, and a lot more. So today I'm going to be giving you guys brief talk about what is happening and the links that we are going, and I give you guys basically my 2 cents on whether I think this is actually a creative way to go about this window, and I will put it in context of based on how much we have in the bank account, what Manchester United can do to actually get better in that situation. And of course, this is not going to be my video of keep and sell or who we need to bring to improve the team. That will come at a later date, but for right now we are going to be talking about the news especially. So one thing that we need to talk about is Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, of course, if you did not know, scored 2 goals for Nigeria against Rwanda, and they were pretty nice goals. The reason why he is one or regarded to be one of the top 5 best strikers in the world, I do not even want to hear the argument, but Osimhen's numbers and Osimhen's attributes absolutely tell it. So the news that is coming out is that United is reported interested in the signing of Nigerian striker who is currently on loan to Galatasaray from Napoli. However, there are suggestions that a swap deal involving Rasmus Højlund could be part of the negotiations. That is the key part of this situation. Rasmus Højlund, of course, has not been in the best position this year that he has had. Basically going 22 games without scoring a goal, not being able to actually create a threat from half chances or even finish the good chances that he gets. It has not been a good season for Rasmus Højlund. However, Napoli sees him as someone that they can absolutely turn around. Now, we have seen them do this to McTominay, and successfully, might I add. And so it might be possible to see Rasmus Højlund receive the same treatment and actually get better in that situation. Now, for Victor Osimhen left Napoli in not the greatest of terms because of he wanted to leave, but they could not come to an agreement based on negotiations, based on what he wanted as wages. But he got an emergency exit to Galatasaray, where he has absolutely been immense for the Turkish side. He has been immense for the Turkish side and has played really good. In fact, I would say this, he is getting back to the best of form that we are seeing. Victor Osimhen arguably is a top 5 best striker in the world right now. I would argue that with anybody. In my opinion, it is just the exposure and basically what we cannot really talk about on here because of YouTube. But he is a fast player. He knows how to stop the press. He understands how to play. He understands how to finish. He knows where the post is. He knows where the goalkeeper is. In the last game that he played for Nigeria against Rwanda, you can see the flurry of type of chances that he can basically score. In the first goal, you saw Victor Osimhen arriving in the back post, finishing one time from a cross from Ademola Lookman. In the second goal, you saw him pounce on a loose ball and absolutely dink the goalkeeper, getting a perfect finish for the second goal and taking Nigeria, giving them all 3 points in that tie. Now he's going to be facing Zimbabwe, and I know for sure that he's also going to be a really good performer in that game. Now, Victor Osimhen, as we sit, is the second highest goal scorer for Nigeria internationally with 27 goals, and we have Rashidi Yekini with 37. And I know for a fact that Victor Osimhen has what it takes to absolutely pass Rashidi Yekini. And so I think he would be a brilliant addition for Manchester United. Now that is going to be difficult, but with the idea of Rasmus going the other way to Napoli, I think it's quite clever. And of course, we would not need to pay a lot of money for Victor Osimhen if we are going to be getting moving on from Rasmus Højlund. It saddens me to say this, but I think it might be a clever move in that situation. Now, Manchester United need midfield reinforcement. With Christian Eriksen and Casemiro expected to leave, United is targeting an energetic box-to-box midfielders, and the name Felix Felix Imicha from Borussia Dortmund and Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace among the names linked. This is critical in this situation. Imicha from Borussia Dortmund, I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, even though his name actually sounds Nigerian. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but he is a 6'3", really good technically and a fast bloke at that. He has energy to burn for days. He basically burns the midnight candle and the day candle at the same time. I don't even know if you're meant to have candles on in the daytime, but he knows how to burn it. He knows how to cover a large space. And one thing that he also does know how to do is to start the game, is to link the defense with the attack. He has that technical ability, same as Adam Wharton. Now, Adam Wharton is going to be more expensive because he is a Premier League player and he's a young star that Crystal Palace do not want to get rid of. But Felix Imicha, with what he has been facing at Borussia Dortmund, people might be skeptical about bringing another Dortmund player. Of course, we have been burned by Jadon Sancho, but I think his attribute, his physicality is truly something that we can play for. It is truly something that we can absolutely be like, yeah, let's do that. Let's go out and get that kind of player. Now, I think his price tag might be around 45 to 50 million. That might kind of put off a lot of people, but we are not yet in concrete talks about Felix Imicha. So I think it's a clever one, in my opinion. I think he's a clever player and it should be looked at a bit more. In fact, I'm going to keep an eye on him going into the rest of the games, because Borussia Dortmund are in a tough place in the league, in the Bundesliga, and I want to actually see how he's able to fight through adversities. So I think that's going to be a clever one for us to look at. Now we are looking at the next player, and this is an attacking situation, but Golden Boy nominee Manchester United are eyeing Kenan Yildiz from Juventus, who was nominated for the 2024 Golden Boy Award. This is the key part here. His versatility and attacking prowess make him a strong candidate for Ruben Amorim's system. I've already made a video about Yildiz in the Ruben Amorim's position and why Manchester United are actually going for him. But the part about him is he has this confidence of going and taking on the ball like he knows he's going to beat you, and I think that will be clever. Of course, we know that him in that 210 position will be truly game changing, and of course Ruben Amorim has an ability to adapt those systems and adapt that position, just like how he's doing with Garnacho, where if Garnacho is playing on the left-hand side, Garnacho has the ability to go hog the flank and allow Dogu to play between the space that Garnacho leaves open. That also gives Dogu the ability to underlap and Garnacho the chance to kind of cut to his right and shoot for goal. But same thing with Yildiz. Yildiz has the ability to go on his left, his right. He's truly that gifted. And the second attacker that is being rumored right now is actually Bryan Mbeumo. Bryan Mbeumo, the Cameroonian. He is There's nothing more I can say. You watch Brentford every year, every season, and every weekend, and you know Brian Mbeumo is truly magical. You absolutely know that. And so you see the likes of Newcastle going for Brian Mbeumo, Liverpool going for Brian Mbeumo, Arsenal going for Brian Mbeumo, and he is not actually older. By the way, Yildiz is 19 and Brian Mbeumo is 25. So we know that we can actually have a good player there for the next 5 years, 6 years, going on 7 years. So I think it's a clever idea that we actually go for those kinds of players to reinforce our attacking and creative outlet. Brian Mbeumo is a goal scorer, but he's still a very creative assister in that sense. Yildiz is a goal scorer, has some creative abilities, but he's still yet a young player. So I think Yildiz might be too expensive for Manchester United because Juventus are looking for a lot of money from that super talent that they have. So I understand that. Another attacking player that Manchester United are keeping an eye out for, and I actually love, is Xavi Simons of RB Leipzig. The RB Leipzig attacking midfielder is another target, with Leipzig demanding around 67 million euros for the Netherlands international. There is nothing more that we need to add about Xavi Simons. I think every single person watching this understand the best that Xavi Simons can bring. He is, of course, a La Masia graduate from Barcelona, went to Leipzig and absolutely changed. I think he went to PSG and then went to Leipzig, and we are seeing the talent that we saw while he was growing. It is truly magical when it comes to somebody being able to be versatile in that number 10 position, in the forward attacking position. Xavi Simons gives you that Swiss Army knife, and that is why Xavi Simons is definitely on this list here today. And last but not the least, Manchester United are taxed with a lot of financial ruin right now, because we need to be clever about how we work out the summer transfer window. We need to understand that we need to move in a different way. We need to move in a clever way. If not, we would find ourselves in a pile of just straight up dog doo-doo. Straight up. And that person that is going to be a clever signing for us to get, because he is not only out of contract in the summer, but he's also very creative, has a ton of pace, is strong on the ball, is techie also on the ball. He has led his team and carried his team in the Champions League. He's doing it in the French league, and he is also going to not cost us a dang thing in the transfer. In buying him, is just going to be a contract that we need to give him, and it will probably be a big contract because he's a striker and because we are actually buying him for zero. And his name is Jonathan David, the Canadian. Man United are reportedly interested in the transfer race for Jonathan David. And of course, this race is going to be seeing Arsenal going to compete for the Canadian striker. This is truly a summer where we need to overhaul Manchester United as a whole. There's a lot of holes. There's a lot of situations that we need to do. But one of the clever things that we have already done is that the summer signings that Ineos have put on has not missed. Every single one of them are looking to be a good summer so far. So the key thing that we need to understand is that we need to continue. This summer is very crucial, and we need to put in our best foot forward. I'm glad that Jason Wilkes has started doing the job already. I'm glad that Christopher Vevo is doing his mad thing already. He's doing his that thing big time. I'm glad that we got the financial guy from PSG, so we do not keep on going out about losing a lot of money based on the negotiations. We can't be doing that anymore. So this is a good time for us to get our summer right and start challenging for every single game that we play. I did not even say the title because we are so far off, but we need to just start challenging for every single game that we play. We need to get 3 points. We need to get an average for the 38 games that we play in the Premier League. We need to get an average of 2 points every single game. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Let me know, out of this list that I gave you, who you would love to bring into the club and who you would like, nah, I don't think that is going to be clever for Man United. Let me know down in the comments. Let me see you guys hit that subscribe button. Do not go past without hitting the subscribe button. I would love to see you guys. Let me know down in the comments.